Afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be putting a new tire assembly onto the wheel here for the 1914 Pathfinder. Now these are demountable wheels, which means that you have the wheel here and you have a hoop here that holds the tire. The rim is a rim with a backup ring, a lock ring on the other side, and a ring that fits inside that has a wedge-shaped profile on it that pushes against the main hoop that holds the tire and expands and holds everything tight and centered once the tire goes on the wheel. So what we do is pick up the demountable tire, we put the valve stem through the hole in the hub, or in the wheel, excuse me. Try to get it somewhat centered so we're not pushing on the valve stem with the wheel. That's pretty safe right there, I think. Now these are a bit short. On a wheel like this you'd normally have a nice long threaded brass stem with a nut on it that holds it in place. Unfortunately, valve stems like that are hard to find, and the only way that you can do it now is to vulcanize your own stem into the rim, or into the inner tube. Doesn't work so well for me anyway. So now we tighten the locks in. These turn in and they bear against that wedge ring that's on the inside of the tire. I don't know what it's actually called. I'm sure there's a term for it. It gets hard to remember absolutely everything after a while. So we'll back these off, these clamps. They turn in like that. And as you tighten them up, they'll draw that wedge ring in between the steel felly and the demountable rim. This short valve stem, I'm going to have to go get some valve stem extensions from the parts store, and they will do just fine. So, there we are. We'll bring all of these up just sort of snug, and then I'll tighten them so they get tightened down evenly. This was probably a huge benefit back in the day if you were coming from a car like a Model T that used clincher tires. Instead of having to pry the tire off the rim at the side of the road and patch it and put it back on and pump it up, you simply walked around to the back of the car, took your demountable rim off the carrier, jack up the car, undo these 6 bolts, pull the old flat tire off, and then put the new one on, tighten up the locks, and go about your business. If the owner of the car wasn't relieved, I bet the chauffeur certainly was. Because if you haven't changed a tire at the side of the road, like patched a tube at the side of the road, you're in for a treat. And there we are. I think we're tight all the way around. If anyone is wondering, I think these wheels were originally black. Someone has painted them red somewhere in the car's life. I can see black under the red paint, but I'm not about to try and strip red off to save black or to do anything like restoring these wheels. They're more than solid enough, they're more than good enough, and I think the owner is going to be very happy. So yeah, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. You can buy me a coffee if you like. It helps the channel out a lot. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.